Welcome everybody to another episode of Talkin Geek, Season 3, Episode 7. I remember this time because I actually looked it up before I came in today.
Numero 7.
Numero 7? So really? We're not gonna say
Numero 7?
Yeah.
That's fine, we can do that.
Okay. I was a little lost. I got thrown off. I am your host, Aaron, with the fabulous Robert.
Yeah, I
my
speak
left.
Spanglish. It's cool.
Spanglish?
Yeah. It's like half English, half Spanish, you know? It's
so Texish. Because like Texas. Yeah, Tex-Mex.
No, sort of. I'm not from Texas, so I don't speak Tex-Mex.
Orale, y'all.
But he's picked it up because now he lives here in Texas.
Sure.
And he signed his contract in blood, so he's stuck here
There's
now.
a lot of people in Chicago that speak Spanish, okay?
I mean, yeah, of course. Y'all have
They
deep dish
speak it
pizza
properly,
though,
though.
too.
No, they don't.
Oh, okay.
No, they don't.
And this is how we got off topic in the first 30 seconds of our show, guys.
Hey, I got you. Don't worry about it.
So I hope you guys are doing great. I hope everyone's staying safe out there doing this whole COVID stuff still.
Yeah. Back in studios, it feels good.
It feels nice.
I like
miss
being in this studio.
I do too.
With our sweet little posters behind, and we get Frank with us.
I know. I missed Frank.
I miss Frank too.
I
You
cried.
guys just don't like being at home.
That's
that
true.
too.
I like being at home. I don't like being at home all the time.
Hey, I like being at home.
No. I like it. But yeah, I
does.
work from home. I, stay at home all the rest of the time. So it's
Shop
nice to
from
get out.
home. We work from home.
Correct.
Everything's from home.
Absolutely.
So
Playing
it
at home.
happens.
Welcome to the world.
It is. Soon we'll be D&D at home.
Yeah,
hopefully.
we actually talked about doing that.
I need to talk to you off camera too. About
Yeah,
that.
so. I've
it'll
only,
be fun.
I've only played D&D like one time,
And that was on camera.
but I had fun, and so yeah, I'm on board. We're gonna do this.
And if you haven't seen that video, go to our
We're gonna do it
youtube.com
2 in the morning, right?
official. Yes, 2 in the morning.
Okay, cool.
Go to youtube.com/official GYGO. That video is up. Robert's very first time playing.
Yeah.
We have 2 parts of that one.
Very first time, and I was like, "There's a room full of goblins. Attack!" And everyone's
Yes.
like, "Why are you attacking a room full of goblins that don't know you're there?" I'm like, "Because you attack goblins. That's what you do."
Exactly. So he
So,
is right. You hit the goblins.
I'm really. We all died. My whole party died, and that was
Killed
my
us.
fault.
Yeah. It
You
really
guys didn't
was.
even make it. You guys didn't even make it down the hill.
No,
didn't even-
we
no.
got down the hill.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah,
make
we
it.
died
made
right
it-
after that, though.
Yeah.
Thanks.
There were a lot of dumb decisions.
There
Somebody
was.
kicked a goblin down the hill. Okay, that wasn't
Tony.
me.
That was Tony. So yeah, guys, go watch that video. It is
was
a fun
fun.
little
Yeah,
video.
we had
There's
fun.
two parts to that one. I need to throw up the third part eventually. I never finished it.
Oh, did I just
No.
spoil the ending?
No, there's no because that part's done. I think
Oh,
there's one more part after that. Maybe I don't know. We'll find out.
I don't know.
We'll see. Go watch those videos.
okay,
though.
cool.
So on today's show, guys, we have Take My Money,
Woo!
videos from the net,
Mm-hmm.
and of course Geek News Today. And we don't have anything for Q&A. I don't think this week.
No, actually, it was a weird week, and so I didn't get the chance to post a hey, drop your questions in
Yeah.
here, and so unfortunately, we didn't get any questions. But maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll get a producer question. Maybe. Frank has the rest of the episode to think of a question for us, so that we can
Exactly.
have a question. So
Exactly.
Go
so
for it.
I guess. Well, first we'll go with Take My Money.
take my money.
Take my money.
Shut up and take my money.
Uh-oh.
There it is. I missed this. See, I missed that. That's why I love having my little board right
Yeah,
here.
I mean, we
'Cause I
we
need
did
that.
a pretty good job with it.
We did. We sang it. We got copyright striked, and
We
it was
did
fun.
not get a copyright strike.
They said Robert sounded too good, and they were like, no.
That sounds plausible.
See?
Record deal.
So he's getting it. I think he's going to get that call.
Yeah.
So we'll go with your wife's first. 'cause
Okay,
That
yeah.
one's like the simplest. Not simplest, but it's the most fun one. It reminds me a lot of Cards Against Humanity.
It's
if
not
you
more
play
fun
that.
than mine, by the way.
I don't. Yeah, it's true. It's cheaper?
Yes, that is true. But yeah, no. It's what's it called?
My Fake Band.
My Fake Band.
It's a 4 to 8 player tabletop card game designed for music fans and
Yeah.
well, not gonna say that word. Crud talkers. My Fake Band is a fun party game by Never Played Out. So it is
Yeah.
on Kickstarter right now. They're trying to get funded for that.
Yeah.
They have 10 days to go, and they're about $5,000 away. So if you want to check that out, go fund it.
Yeah, it looks like a fun, there's a lot of weird band names out there or artist names out there. Actually, the one that always makes me laugh is, I'm trying to remember who the comedian is because I want to give him credit.
Joker.
I can't remember. No. It's a real life comedian. But he talks about, the band or the artist named Engelbert Humperdinck, which somebody actually, that's a fake name that
Yeah.
somebody came up with and was like, this'll sell, and then it did. Like they became famous
have to look
with
that up.
Engelbert Humperdinck, and you're like, what names did they reject?
That is a good point.
When they
Names you have to
settled on that.
reject.
So this is kind of like a play on that. It's like there's a lot of dumb song names or band names out there. It's how does that stuff come to be? And so you get to kind of play with people
Yeah.
and come up with stupid band names and stupid song names, and it looks pretty fun.
It looks interesting. It reminds me a lot of, like I said, Cards Against Humanity, where you kind of like pin, a couple of different cards together to see what you can come up with.
Yeah.
The other thing I saw, let me just kind of give you the backstory of it. It says,
Sure.
have you ever wondered how your favorite band came up with their name? Have you ever heard a song title that flat out made you laugh or scratch your head in confusion? My Fake Band is a party game that celebrates the music industry while shining a light on the absurdity that surrounds band names and song titles. I mean, let's be real. Both Hoobastank and Butthole Surfers had hit songs that peaked the Billboard Top 10. No
That's
joke.
true.
Look it up. Shout out to Butthole Surface and Hoobastank. We hope both are enjoying the game.
Well, there you go.
So that's just so like I said, you put a couple cards together and you try to form a song name and a band name.
Yeah.
Like I said, they have 10 days to go as of today, which was when we filmed. So by the time you guys see it, they'll probably have about 8 or 9 days.
Yeah.
But go check it out if you haven't already. Like I said, they're about 5,000 away if you want to try to help get it funded, and hopefully keep our fingers crossed these guys get the funding they need for their game.
Yeah.
I want
absolutely.
to try it out. It looks fun.
Absolutely.
So, like, do they give everybody their money back if they don't get the 5,000?
So good question about Kickstarter. If they don't get funded, the pledges you do don't get charged.
Ah.
So you put your card up there, you pledge the money. If it never gets funded, then you never pay anything.
Yep.
If it gets funded, that's when they charge you. So like in 10 days, if they hit the $10,000 mark that they want, then on that first day that after it's over, you're going to get charged on your card.
Gotcha.
So, but before that, if the 10 days hit and they don't hit 10,000, nobody gets charged anything.
Wow. Good to know.
So, yeah,
There you go.
that's a good thing about Kickstarter.
Hey.
Since I do agree, yours is probably the best
Yeah.
of the three.
Well,
we'll go with mine or yours next.
I
What do
would
you want to go with?
Let's
yours.
let's do yours.
Okay.
We'll close with the coolest one.
And the most expensive.
And the
one.
most expensive.
100%.
So mine, it's a shirt on
A shirt that I would never ever wear.
Public, and we're buying it for Robert for his birthday.
I won't wear it.
T Public. You can use it as a rag. I don't mind.
That's fine.
As long as you use it. It's on T Public, and again, I've said a few times on the show, I like Starship Troopers.
I don't know why.
Terrible movie. And I have
is.
agreed with Robert. It's terrible, but I like the effects. The special effects are nice. And I like the last two animated movies the best. I'll say that because they're animated.
Because you can hide terrible acting
The
in
acting is
animation.
on point.
Yes, you
What are
can.
you talking about?
You can hide it in that one.
When Denise Richards gives the best performance of your movie, you know the movie's bad.
I mean, wasn't like Casper Von Dien in like Baywatch or 90210 or something?
I didn't
before
say
this
that
or
he
something?
wasn't
He's
famous.
not-
I said he's
like,
not good though.
I was bashing on the show. I was
Yeah,
gonna say
he-
you don't
no.
need to act to be on those shows.
No, that's true.
That's what I was going with.
and like what is it? Neil Patrick Harris has turned into a decent actor,
Yeah.
but in that movie, oof,
Well, I think that was like
oof.
his first big thing since like what Doogie
I
don't
Howser, I
even
think,
know.
or something. Because
Yeah.
that's what he got to start in, right?
Yeah.
Was that? I don't know, but anyway, we all know I like.
He plays the
stupid
doctor
movies.
on TV
Yep, and he will save your life. So.
and give you a high five. That's a different show. How I Met Your Mother.
Oh yeah, legendary. I forgot about that one. So this one is a Rico's Roughneck T-shirt. So I'll put the little emblem here, but it's
Yeah.
Rico's Roughnecks. It has on that. Then on the bottom, it just has Klendathu, Planet P, OM1. So it's just like what planets they fought on and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. It has a little skull that you have on the tattoo that they all get in the movie. So it looks cool. I thought it was cool, and only for 20
You know
bucks.
what I thought
roughly.
was cool? That my one of my cousins, he wears those baseball caps that have the removable flags. You know, you
Yeah.
can put the different emblems and the different signs.
Yeah.
And he said that he found one with the Starship Trooper emblem that said, "Do you want to know more?"
Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that.
I don't get that reference.
You need to watch this dang movie.
I've
again.
seen it once and
Again.
I didn't care for it.
It's
I
the
don't
one
need to
where
see
they
it
always
again.
pop up the newscasts and they always say,
Sure.
"Do you want to know more?"
Yeah.
And then you have to hit the button.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That works.
We're leading to that kind of government anyway, so you got to watch it to
Yeah.
learn what's going to happen.
There you go.
So moving to yours,
Yeah,
the
so-
biggest and most expensive thing here.
Here's the thing: is if you have ever wanted to
Be the coolest kid.
go on the Kessel Run, or if you've ever wanted to assist an X-wing in the Trench Run, you need
I knew
your
that
own
reference.
drone Millennium Falcon. And yeah, I came across this. It's like $500. It is not cheap at all.
On the low end, it's like
But you
$300.
just got a drone, and so then I came and I was like a Millennium Falcon drone, and this is the most baller thing ever.
And no joke, it's probably like 4 or 5 times bigger than
It's
my drone that I just
huge,
bought.
and it looks awesome, and
does.
I absolutely want it, and I will probably never have it. It's like one of those things where you're just like, I will never be able to justify spending that amount of money on this.
You never
If-
know. I never justified in buying a motorcycle, and
bought one.
You know, but that actually is a mode of transportation. Like it can serve a function for you. Like the Millennium Falcon drone, literally, I will have
Torment
no
the dogs.
function in my life.
Torment the dogs with it?
No, tormenting dogs is not. That's not a function
Tormenting
that
the
I
neighbors?
need to justify
Torment the
for
neighbors?
$500. Again, I have to live
If
next
you-
to them.
if you put
I
a
don't want to torment them.
if you put a basket on it, you can fly it to the store and back.
I don't think that's how it
Can
works.
it carry it? It depends if it can carry it.
I don't-
Because like
well-
my drone can't
Well,
carry
the Millennium
anything.
Falcon is a freighter.
See? So it should be able to carry it. I mean,
it can smuggle goods. I
And
don't know
ladies-
if it's going to be able to purchase it, but it can smuggle them.
They just see it there and just a little sign that says, please put it in the bag.
Put it back in.
and then it's like, hey, even I get boarded sometimes.
So, ladies, if you really love your men,
Oh man,
you
Buy
would
in this
buy
air
them
hog.
in-
yeah, I mean it
$500
looks freaking awesome, but yeah, it's one of those things that's I remember when I was a kid, I don't know, I was probably like 5 or 6, and this is like, you know, that Millennium Falcon that was a giant one, and it had a handle that came down so you could actually like, hold it and fly it around like while holding it. It was like the only thing I wanted for Christmas one year. It was like that's all I want. And I remember, you know, like my mom would always like wrap our presents like usually like the night before Christmas. Like that
Yeah.
was part of her ritual, and that's mostly just because she is a procrastinator, not because it was like a special like holiday tradition or anything. And I remember like my bedroom was upstairs and my mom was like downstairs wrapping presents, and I, you know, we only had one working restroom at the time. Our upstairs one was being remodeled. And so it was like I needed to go to the restroom. And so like I very quietly called down and be like, hey, I'm coming downstairs because I got to go to the restroom. And then I just walked downstairs and I like walked in on my mom wrapping that present for me. And I was like, yes! My mom was like, why are you here? I said, I needed to go to the restroom. I said I was upstairs. I told you.
I yelled it.
But yeah, I got my Millennium Falcon and it was awesome and glorious, and you could like fit the Star Wars figurines inside of it. So I know I had like a Chewbacca and a Luke. I don't know that I ever got the Han, but it was
Chewbacca can fly.
pretty
That's good.
awesome. Chewbacca can fly.
So check
So.
that one out. I honestly think it's cool.
It's so cool.
I always
And-
wanted the USS Flag, the GI Joe aircraft carrier.
That would be
Oh,
cool
yeah, yeah.
too.
That thing was like half the size of this room.
Right?
Oh, that toy?
Yeah.
That thing was massive.
My mom was like,
I never knew
never.
anyone that had that. Like there was like people that I was like, oh man, they have these toys that I will never have. I never knew anyone that had that one.
Because it wasn't, no.
It was completely impractical.
Yeah.
very. And
It's
it was like
we get it.
$99.
That's ridiculous.
In
But-
1994 dollars or whatever.
Right? 1994, so that'd be like $300-$400 or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
It was
holy shit.
Ridiculous. So I guess we could just move straight to the
There you
videos from the net. And we'll start with Kristen's because we never start with Kristen's. So let's start with Kristen's,
Sure.
I guess. So she sent us one.
It was on TikTok, I think.
That one. No, that hers is on Facebook.
Oh, was
it
it?
looks like it's from TikTok,
Yeah, I
but there's
think
also on
it's-
Facebook.
Yeah.
So it's a group of guys messing around and having some fun, and you can watch it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious.
It's
I've been hit by
Paint
paintballs.
Boy Royale.
Yes.
Basically, is just the six guys and one gun and
Run.
and they do a little spin the bottle to determine who gets the gun, and you see who
Yes.
survives the longest. Yeah, it
Oh
looks
my
fun.
gosh.
Yeah, I have never been hit by a paintball without like clothing on, like protective. Like the times that I've gone, I've worn like sweatshirts
Yeah.
and like everything because I don't want to get hit with them. I had a buddy in high school who was an idiot, as we all had that buddy, and he dared his friend to hit him from like 15 feet on his with like no clothing on.
Ooh.
And he had like 2 welts on him.
Oh, I bet.
Whew.
I see.
Yeah.
I've
Don't
never
do
had
that.
I've never had gear on, but I've had like just regular clothing. And I've been hit.
It hurts.
One guy's hurt like a freaking
Yeah.
But the another guy didn't have it like I guess torqued up high enough, so like I got hit in the back and I was like I didn't feel
Well,
it.
and
So,
sometimes like too, like if you get hit on skin and if it scrapes instead of
Yeah.
hitting you, like it could like
Burn.
take your skin right off.
oh yeah.
And this
The,
it's no joke.
Oh, and
So-
don't play in the wintertime when they freeze.
Oh no,
Because
that's
they
like
don't pop. It's just a solid block of ice that shoots
Ow.
out.
I've seen people get hit by those. I've never been hit by like a rock solid one like that.
Yeah.
But I have a story with it. So in my hometown, we were all playing, and you know they had like this little field in the back, and all my buddies are playing. I'm just kind of chilling because I didn't want to play. So I'm watching it, and I have a friend. He's probably like 6'6" now. So at the time, he was probably like 6 feet, right?
Yeah.
Big guy, like 200 pounds, 220, and he's running, and I hear the shot, and I just see him go bam. He got hit in the balls.
Oh.
Perfect shot because he's just like. So you see this big 6 foot guy, 220 or so. He's bam! I was like,
You
"What
just
the heck just
go
happened?"
down.
Like
Immediate.
what? I got hit in the balls. And he's just rolling all over the floor. We're like, "Stop!" I was like, "Dude, stop, guys! Like, stop! He's hurt." So we had like couples went over there. And they're like, "Dude, check yourself because like that you could get really hurt." He's
You
like,
could rupture something
I'm good.
down
He's
there.
like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm done for the day, guys."
Ooh.
Aaron's
He
like,
just
you need
sat
help? Yeah.
You all right, bro?
You're all right, bro.
You all right? All
Poke
right.
you with the
You're
stick.
gonna die, man.
You cool.
You dead.
You're gonna die.
So yeah, that's my funny story.
One
with
or
it.
two.
I always remember it.
Can you still have kids?
He has 2 kids now, so
you go.
he's still good. He's still
made it.
functioning. He made it.
There you go.
So he has 1 kid and 1 on the way. So
There you go.
congratulations.
It's like
He
a
knows who
kidney.
it
You
is.
only need one. Yeah.
You only need 1.
Wow.
He knows who he is, and if he ever watches the show, I will
Yeah.
laugh hard if he hears this story
Nice,
because
nice.
he might throw something at me later.
There you go.
So we'll go with your video because I
Yeah.
liked yours. I watched most of it. I didn't finish it yet. But I
Yeah,
loved the last
it's
bit.
a long video, but it's basically and you know, it felt like it fit in with the theme that we've been doing, right? We've been
Yes.
shooting some of these retrospective reviews where we've been going back and revisiting Marvel movies. So this is a video on YouTube where somebody kind of combines one of our more favorite movies with old-time video game technology. So check it out here. All right, so
I liked it.
it's so much fun.
Yeah, I think I've seen like almost all of it. I think I've seen like the last 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah,
if I
and
played
he'd
it.
done, you know, he's done several of these before. Like this is not the first time he's done a. I think it's 16-bit animation, right? Or
Yes.
did he do 8-bit? I thought it was 16.
Maybe 16. I think it was 16.
Yeah. Of you know the entire end battle of Endgame.
Yes.
And actually, he's got at the end of this video, there's a little bit of an interview with him where he's just kind of talking about, or I guess not an interview, but he's just kind of talking about his process because he had done the first half of that battle, which is you know where Cap and Thor and Tony are fighting against Thanos, kind of just you know the trio of them.
Yeah.
Leading up to you know the portal where everyone returns, and he had kind of done that, but now you know it was like he talked about how he didn't know if he would ever tackle the second half of that battle because there's just so much going on. There's
Yeah.
so many you know, like characters. There's so many things happening, and it would just take so much time. And then you know. COVID. He was like, "Hey, I've got time on my hands, so
Right, we finish this up. I'm not doing anything else.
so yeah, I think it's pretty awesome and incredible. You know, to put all that work into it, and it actually even in animation there was a little bit of like, don't die, Iron Man.
let's not let this happen.
So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought.
Okay, so
your video,
my video.
yeah.
I'm a gamer. I've said that several hundred of times.
What? You
That's where
are?
the stomach came from. That's where I got my belly.
Oh, you didn't
So-
have a belly before you were a gamer?
No, I was like 6-pack abs, you know, huge and ripped, and then I found
When
video
you were
games.
7, you
exactly.
had 6-pack abs.
Yeah,
Okay,
7
cool,
years
cool,
old.
cool,
I mean,
cool,
6-pack abs. Come on.
You didn't even know what a 6-pack was then.
If soda, yeah, I did. Diet Dr. Pepper. Come on.
that you still have 6-pack abs.
That you still have that 6-pack, sir.
As I always
I
like to
saved it, I
say,
saved it.
you know, other people bring 6-packs. I bring a keg. Okay.
There you go.
I'm here to party.
There you go. You're ready to party. You'll be all set.
That's right.
So I like Call of Duty. I've been playing it since day one when the first one came out. And
What's your favorite version?
Modern Warfare 2.
Can you be more obvious, please?
More
It's
obvious?
like everyone's favorite.
version.
Come on. I love Modern Warfare. Okay, fine. The first Modern Warfare. Is that better?
I'm just messing with you.
I know. Actually, I like the zombies. So I guess Call
Yeah.
of Duty World at War is when it got launched with the zombies.
The only one that
I
I ever really remember, because I didn't actually play them, but I had a roommate that just like played it all the time.
Yeah.
And the one that I always liked watching was the one that was about World War II.
Yeah, that was
always
That one
cool.
actually got my son to get really interested in world history
Yeah.
exactly.
because he knew
Well,
everything about the Battle of
and
the
that-
Bulge, Battle of Midway.
That opening where they're at Normandy,
Normandy.
like, that's a really good game making. Like,
Yeah,
that's
'cause
excellent.
That would have been Call of Duty 2.
Yeah, I think
And
so.
that's where you play at Omaha Beach and Normandy Beach.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go through most of the campaign with the Americans in Europe.
Yeah.
And it's a good game. I think you even play some of the Russians at one point.
You also
Mhm.
play in the forest of the Battle of the Bulge.
Yeah, because I don't remember where Call of Duty 3 plays what battles, but Call of Duty 3 has a lot of World War II stuff.
Mm.
Because when they go to Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, that's when it goes up to modern times.
Right.
So mine is about Call of Duty and what's going to happen in about probably 20 years
Yeah.
for myself too, when my kiddo hits me up and says, I need something.
Right,
So
so-
I'll play that.
Come on, man. Are you serious? Bro, I didn't see him. You gotta be more observant. We're doing trash. I don't understand how we're gonna come back from this. It's time. Bro, you can't be serious right now. For real? It's time. You sure? We need to get our dads on. Okay.
So there you go. Like,
Yeah.
it's only a short little clip, but
Yeah.
I think it's funny because it's like, Dad, it's time. And then all the dads just show up. We got this. And I love it because that voiceover with Captain Price too that they did, I really, really loved it.
Yeah. It's good stuff. It's I think that we are among the first generation of gamers, just because before us there really wasn't the same accessibility. There wasn't the
No.
same variety, I guess you could say. I mean, most of people didn't have home consoles.
No.
It was like go to arcades.
Exactly.
And could play games like that. But now, it is standard for there to be at least one home video game console in every home, basically.
I mean, like you said yourself, you don't play games, but you still have a PS4.
I had a PS4
for DVDs and everything.
Well, and I did get it for a game because I
Oh,
was
true,
like,
yeah.
it's like I want to play this game. So I have a few games. I would not classify myself as a gamer at all.
Yeah.
But I have a few games that I'll play here and now. And so yeah, I think that certainly as we move into future generations, I'm imagining, Aaron is, in his nursing home at like 85 and he's still playing like Call of Duty. he's like,
Son of a-
and he's like getting killed and he's like, that fucking lag. And you're going to have to bleep
gonna
that,
bleep that.
but you'll say
lag.
it.
Oh yeah. I will tell them how their mothers do things and their fathers. I will curse these little kids out. I will be 8 years old. Why are you playing this rated R game kind of thing? Go back to your mommy. So, but yeah, I'm ready for that. That's gonna be me. That video is gonna be me when
For sure.
Elena starts realizing what games are and plays like these harder ones, and she's like, I need help. She already does it now. She's like, I can't beat this one level in Mario. It's like, step aside, Mario and me. I got you, kid.
Right.
And I'll
It's
start
like,
playing it.
It's like our parents were like, I'll help you with math. We're like, we'll
Yeah.
help you with video games.
Exactly. I can't do math, but I can do that. So
I love it.
definitely check those videos out, guys. Okay, guys. So we're here with Geek News today. So
What about tomorrow?
Or
Can we-
Tomorrow
Can we
will
do
be
the news
tomorrow.
for tomorrow?
yeah, we'll do news for tomorrow too, and then tomorrow will be today.
Okay.
It'll be today's news.
Yeah.
So it'll still be back to today.
Excellent.
Perfect.
Right.
I feel like we're in that scene in Space.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, wait,
When
what's the
will
next
that be
line for
now?
that?
When is this happening?
Now.
Now.
What-
When will then be
Be
now?
Soon.
And if you haven't seen Spaceballs,
Go watch it.
you should definitely check it out.
You just need to watch it. That's what it comes down to. I love that stupid movie. It's so dumb, but I love it. But I love Mel Brooks.
Yeah, Mel Brooks is great. Spaceballs is good. It's it's actually, even considering how great it is, it's probably only like his fourth or fifth best movie because like Young Frankenstein is phenomenal.
Robin Hood Men in Tights.
I love Robin Hood Men in Tights.
probably one of
A
my
lot of
favorite
people
top
love
three.
Blazing Saddles. I'm a little bit more iffy on that one. I think that one's okay.
Producers is funny.
I love The Producers.
He had
you know,
such a good cast for that movie too.
it's so good. Well, I mean, it's Gene Wilder.
Yeah.
he's also in Young Frankenstein.
Oh, he is, isn't he? I didn't
and
think about that.
He's a
like
Blazing Saddles.
think about like years for directors. I'm just gonna throw this out there.
Okay.
Mel Brooks,
Yeah.
1980. Or no, it's not. Oh, I don't know what year is it. I don't remember what year it is. But Young Frankenstein and Blazing Saddles came out in the same year from Mel
Okay.
Brooks, and that year, and then Steven Spielberg, 1993, when he put out Jurassic Park and Schindler's List, and I'm just like,
Oh, wow, he did.
Like most directors don't put out a single movie that are as good as any of those 4 movies ever.
That's true.
And both of them put out 2 all-timers in a single year.
That's
That's
true.
incredible.
They wanted us to remember him.
Yeah,
they did.
so
They do.
nailed it. Mel Brooks, Steven Spielberg, 2 greats
They
in
are.
very different ways.
They are. But I still love them both.
Absolutely.
So, starting with the news.
The news. That's what we're here to talk
we
about.
are. We're here
Not
to talk
Steven
about news.
Spielberg
No.
and Mel Brooks.
But I'll talk about them all day, too. So, the first thing I want to talk about, like, I'm sure everyone's heard about this by
Yeah.
now. The little boy who basically got mauled by a dog while he was trying to protect his sister.
Right. Yeah. They were like at a friend's house or something, and
Something like
the
that.
dog, I think it was like a puppy or something, and who knows why, but it came and I think the kid he's only like 6.
He's only like 6 or 7.
I think he's like 6 and his sister's 4, and
Yeah.
basically the dog was running at her and he kind of pushed her out of the way and
Mm-hmm.
ended up getting attacked by the dog, which is really like tragic, but also like that's
It
incredible that instinct kicked in. I'm gonna protect my sister. That's really cool, and it has been recognized.
It has.
kind of by a lot of different people, which is really cool.
So his aunt posted the story to Instagram. If you want to go check it out, she only has like 9 posts on Instagram too. And this is just the biggest one, obviously.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And basically, little boy also comments that he was willing to die to protect his sister. He
Mm-hmm.
says, and all this. So the aunt wanted it to go viral. She wanted people to see this and was hoping the Avengers would see it, and
They
just
did.
and wanted them to know, he's an Avenger himself.
Yeah.
So the first person I want to say that commented was Chris Evans.
Mm-hmm.
Sent him a video stating, he's a brave guy. Did good things, and that we need more people kind of like him,
Mm-hmm.
and that he promised him a replica of a Captain
Yeah,
America
Captain
shield.
America shield.
So he was going to send him that. The next one to step up was Tom Holland.
Your
I believe.
guy?
My guy,
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man. Spider-Man's always going to step up.
I mean,
So
but he
Tom
was
Holland.
second. Let's just point that out.
He has
Captain
to let
America's
his
number 1.
seniors go first.
Captain America's number 1.
Seniority first. Old men who are like 136 by now have to go first.
Yeah, whatever.
So we let them go first, and then Spider-Man comes in and saves the day.
Wow. so you're just discounting everything that Chris Evans just did for this child, or the fact that the child saved the day in the first place by saving his sister. Okay, cool.
But Spider-Man's the important one here, okay?
I have to make people laugh. I have to.
Okay.
But no, so serious note. But Tom Holland stepped in and
Yeah.
said he was going to try to get him on set of Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, which is really cool. I
That's
would love to
really
do that.
cool. And now Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man has stepped up and said he is making a promise to the kid for his birthday. So we
Whoa.
have about a year to wait to see what that is,
Yeah, we
because
don't know
the
what that is.
aunt posted again, stating that Robert Downey Jr. reached out, and as much as they love it, they are so happy he did that. But his birthday just passed, the little boys. So she's like, it looks like we're gonna have to wait about a year before we see what
Or
Robert Downey Jr.'s promising.
Either that or he gets just a belated birthday present, but we'll see.
Right?
I don't
Like,
know.
I'm curious. Like, after Robert Downey Jr. would hear that, he's like, "Dang, his birthday passed. Well, what do I do? It now? Do I wait? Like,
Is he gonna get an Audi?
right? Like his car just drives
Product
up.
placement. straight through. That's
There you
like because
go.
he does always drive the Audis.
Yes, he
and-
does.
Yeah,
I feel like that would be an
that.
Iron Man thing to do too. Just drive up in that.
No, he
and be
just
like, "Here you go."
no, like he gives a 7-year-old a car.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
that
like,
he
drive
can't
up and
use.
just hands
Just
the
do
keys.
like a David Dobrik move. Just here's a car. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, man.
But no one else can
No,
drive it but this kid.
I'm sure it'll be whatever it is. It'll be really memorable for that
It will be.
kid, and he deserves it. I mean,
He
honestly,
does.
every kid probably deserves to have cool stuff like that happen. But step up like that.
Exactly.
Save your sister. Not worry about what's going to happen to you.
Exactly.
Like
I
we
said,
do need more people like that are
Exactly.
willing to
Selfless.
yeah, self-sacrifice. It's all about what it's what Captain America is all about.
Exactly, and that's why I really liked what Chris Evans said, because Chris Evans, I want to say, probably talked the longest, honestly, out of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I really am glad he said that we need more men like him.
Yeah.
We do, and especially with where everything's going today and the way the world is. It's nice to have some little 6-year-old hopefully shines bright.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
people get to
for
remember
sure.
this.
It's a good example.
And he was
Exactly.
even Cap. Wasn't he the one that throws himself on the grenade for everybody else?
That's right.
But that like Iron Man came up last then, and wouldn't that fit the line?
You're not the one to
lay on the wire.
to lay on the wire.
Spider-Man and Cap did it
I would
first.
just cut the wire. Yeah, that's
So,
But I mean, Iron Man has his full arc realized by the end of the Infinity Saga. Check our YouTube page.
YouTube.com/officialgygo.
Well,
So
even in real life, he comes in last.
oh,
poor RDJ.
I mean, he is old,
Well,
so.
no, he's finally the last one to realize, you know what, I got to do something good.
Yeah,
I'm wondering if anyone else is going to step up. If Chris,
Yeah, I mean-
Chris Hemsworth.
yeah. I mean,
Scarlett
we
Johansson.
got Thor, we got Black Widow, we got Hawkeye.
Hulk.
I mean, we got Black
Black
Panther. We got. I mean, there's so
Yeah.
many characters now. This kid just could have a cornucopia of.
Could you imagine all the
awesome
memorabilia they would give him? Like
Yeah.
just everything.
That would be pretty awesome.
It's like, here's my Wakanda armor. he
and
just hands him Black
and I
Panther.
do love that, like, it's not a reflection. I'm sure the kid, like this
Yeah.
kid, I'm sure like his favorites are the Avengers, and that's why his aunt was like. But it's also very telling that it's like, yeah, we're not gonna reach out to DC or Star Wars.
Star
Hey,
Wars?
you,
No,
hey,
no, no.
you
Star
never
Trek?
know.
No,
Next
no,
week
no.
it might be like, well, my nephew really wanted to be a Jedi when he was growing up.
Right?
Right?
She
Yeah.
might.
He tried
Hey,
to
you
use
know
the
what?
Jedi mind trick on the
See if-
dog, but it didn't
see
work.
if Ray will reach out. And,
Yeah.
Daisy Ridley.
You never know. You never know. I mean, and again, I'm not trying to make light, but I mean, I try to make some fun with it because, people that do something like this should always be rewarded, I think. Like, if you do something
Yeah.
really good, especially where you're risking your life, you should be rewarded.
Well,
for what
especially
you do.
again, you're 6 years old. Like you're not. That's part of it. It's just like that.
That's
that
unconditional
Clearly
love.
came natural.
Yeah.
For him, like it wasn't something that when you're presented with a situation like that, you don't have a chance to think. You just react.
Yeah.
He
And
wasn't
so-
made to do it.
So to react that way at that age, it says a lot about the kid. It says a lot about probably his parenting, his whole environment.
Exactly.
And so that's really cool. We need more kids and more families
No,
like
Robert,
that.
it's the movies he watched, okay?
Oh, well,
yeah,
that's
he watched
true.
Spider-Man a lot.
No, I
and
think
he
he
learned.
watched Captain America: The First Avenger.
Possibly.
All about
I
sacrifice.
think he just watched all the Marvel movies.
That's probably true.
So moving on to our next one, Microsoft, some gaming news, announces that the Xbox Series X gaming event will be on July 23rd,
Ooh.
which I believe is a
right around the corner.
Wednesday, I think.
Yeah,
Something like that. Yeah, Wednesday.
it's coming right up.
So a couple little things to that. Right now,
it's like tomorrow.
is it tomorrow? Oh,
I mean,
by the time
when
yeah,
when
it
this is
tomorrow.
released.
Yeah, it is tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So it would be tomorrow, which
Yeah.
is today. So, but it is coming out tomorrow, like you wanted.
Yeah.
So,
So when will then be done?
so
The dad jokes are strong.
they are so strong right now.
Usually, I'm the one doing them.
I've been around you too much now. It's happening.
Oh.
I tried to avoid them for the last 10 years, and now.
Well, you're supposed to avoid me for the last 4 months.
Yeah, contracts in blood. So, but Xbox. So a few things have happened before I lead into this news about the event. The 12-month gaming pass, the 12-month game pass for Gold, Xbox Live Gold, they have a 12-month membership, is canceled. They're done with that. They're no longer offering it. They are offering their 1 month and 3 months, but you can't buy a 12-month one anymore. I mean, in theory, you can because I saw some at the store still, so they haven't taken them off the shelves.
Okay.
But Microsoft isn't, offering them. They took them off
Like
their website.
digitally or anything. Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess eventually once the stores went out of theirs, that's it.
Sure.
And a lot of us are thinking it's because they're moving to the Xbox Live Ultimate, which is where you get the Game Pass, the Xbox Live, the PC part where you get to play games on your PC or your Xbox. So, well, maybe we'll get some more news on the 23rd as to what they're doing. Maybe they'll make it free. Who knows? Doubtful, but who knows?
No, they will
No,
not
they,
make
they
it free.
won't. Well, some people are saying, yeah, they're going to make it free. It's like, no, that's their bread and butter. That's where you make your money on that Xbox Live Gold. The other big news is they have stopped production of all the Xbox One S's and X's. So Xbox One is no longer in production.
Bum, bum,
So
bum.
whatever's out in the market, that's it. There's
So
no
you
more.
Better buy your new console.
Yeah, exactly. So they are pushing, it feels like, to go
For
to this
sure.
Xbox
I
Series
mean, that
X.
happens with every. It's like, okay, we're pushing a new console. The old one goes out of production. And
Exactly.
That's
But
what you
normally you wait till after it comes out, which is, I don't know.
do. I mean, who's going to buy an Xbox One right now?
I think that's what it comes down to. Like, why am
Yeah.
I going to make this console that's going to sit in the shelves?
And we both know that, like, they're.
You would think
they
you
don't
would buy
make,
more Xbox Ones now that are just stuck at home.
well, they don't make money off of the console. They make money off the content.
Yeah.
And so, I knew, like, if somebody doesn't have an Xbox right now and they're thinking about getting one, they're gonna wait until the new console comes out anyway.
Exactly. So why produce the old one when you should produce the new ones already?
Again, especially when you don't make money off the console, you make money off the content.
Exactly. So, Xbox Live Gold and everything else.
All the games and all that stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
So on July 23rd, we'll get more news about everything.
Yeah.
We'll probably get news about the cancellation of the 12-month subscriptions. Well, not canceled, but no longer offered. The cancel of the Xbox One productions. So it's going to be on July 23rd at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. They really haven't said a whole lot so far. They know everyone knows 343 is going to be there, which is the guys who make Halo now, since Bungie's no longer making it. And it has been said that they will have a Halo Infinite campaign trailer available. They may have some gameplay even of it, they're saying, that I believe has been confirmed now. That's kind of what they're going with. They've also said that Fable, the guys who make the Fable games, I think they're going to have a placeholder, so they might have something, because I think Microsoft bought the rights to Fable because it was owned by another company that's not around anymore. So Fable, there might be some Fable news, a new video game for them. What was the other one? Oh, Psychonauts 2, which is due to come out later this year. People are thinking is going to have something to come out here. Yeah. Pretty much anything that comes out at the end of the year is probably going to be in this event.
Yeah.
They're saying Forza, Gears of War. There's going to be some news there. So everything that we think was going to be at E3 is going to be in this event, is what they're thinking.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Exactly. It's like, well, we don't have an E3 this year, so might as well just have some other event to show off all the new stuff we're going to be playing with.
For sure.
So we'll see. You know, I'm excited for more Halo news, as we all know. I'm a Halo fan. My hat now. I switched hats just for this. So Robert's just like, whatever.
There you go. I mean, I didn't know that was Halo. I thought that was like, you know.
It's the UNSC logo on my hat.
It looks very similar to the USMC logo.
USMC,
which
United
is
States
the United
Marine
States
Corps.
Marine Corps. Yeah.
It's funny because there's another video game that has UNSC for like Halo, but I think they changed it to UNSS. I was like, it's the same, but the logo also looks the same. It's like weird. Anyway,
it's pretty standard.
It really is. So that's like the big thing. So I definitely check that out, guys, on the 23rd at 9 a.m. Pacific time.
Yep.
If you want to see what Xbox is throwing to the table, maybe we'll get a price point because no one says they're pricing yet. You know, PlayStation still hasn't, and rumors are saying $500 to $600 right now is the last thing I'm hearing. So maybe Microsoft will come in $400 to $500 to try to stay just below PlayStation, which hopefully they'll be able to outsell them at that point. So definitely check it out, guys. I know I am, and we're gonna have a lot of gaming news next week. So the other thing,
the next news piece is our longest delay in MCU content in 10 years continues.
Even more than Black Widow?
Well, this is what I'm saying. So since the release of The Incredible Hulk, which was, I believe, I'm trying to remember. Well, it was 2008, and I think it was June or July of that year, because Iron Man came out first, then Incredible Hulk, and then we didn't get another MCU movie until 2010, which was Iron Man 2.
Right.
Came out in like May of, and so that was almost 2 years. And since then, we've never had a gap as long as the one we're in now, which is we've hit a year since Spider-Man Far From Home came out. We were supposed to have Black Widow. Right. That got pushed. And then earlier this year, they had announced that The Falcon and Winter Soldier would be hitting Disney Plus in August. That is now officially no longer going to be the case. I think that was kind of assumed because they actually had to halt production a few months ago due to the coronavirus pandemic, so they hadn't completed filming. They only have a couple weeks left, but we also don't know if there are story elements. Since it is supposed to tie in with the MCU, we don't know if there's story elements that are reliant on the Black Widow movie. So it's possible that even if they came back and started filming it, which they've been talking about doing, that they wouldn't release it until after Black Widow comes out anyways. We don't know. Right. And that's not scheduled till November. But it has been officially pushed. Disney Plus released their slate of content coming in August, and The Falcon and Winter Soldier was not on there. So we will not be getting that series next month, which is sad because I'm jonesing for some more MCU content. But hopefully nothing else gets delayed. We were, originally we were supposed to get, obviously Black Widow in like May. We're supposed to get Falcon and Winter Soldier in August. We're supposed to get Eternals in November, and then like WandaVision in December.
Yeah.
And so at this point, we haven't heard anything except that Black Widow now took over the Eternals date in November, and Eternals is pushed out till February. But we haven't heard anything more about the TV content, and so we really don't know.
Has the Eternals even like recorded at all? Did they film anything?
Oh yeah, they filmed a lot.
Oh, okay. I didn't even hear
I
about.
think it was in post production already.
Oh,
Because they also had
I missed that.
Panther
completely.
2, right? Didn't they have like
Black Panthers 2 is still a couple years away. I mean, like there's a lot, and everything got
5.
pushed. Yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder, the fourth one. Really everything got pushed by this. They pushed everything back by about a movie. So like Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Doctor Strange 2, everything's been pushed back. But this is really the first time we've officially had any word about the Disney Plus shows being pushed.
Yeah.
Because that was something that, they had never really given official release dates. They'd just given release months. They said like, okay, Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to debut in August. WandaVision is going to debut in December. So they've now officially pushed Falcon and Winter Soldier until we don't know when.
Exactly. It'll
So.
be sometime.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm
Who
looking
knows?
forward to it. I mean, I remember seeing the trailer at the Super Bowl for everything that was on
Helmet
Disney
Steve.
Plus.
Yeah.
They had some footage from this, some footage from WandaVision. I'm really looking forward to both those shows. So hopefully we get them sooner rather than later.
Hopefully, it'd be fun to see. I'm excited for it. I mean, I want to see more of their dynamics and see where it could go and see what could happen.
Yeah.
Real quick, I want to just say this. There's an artist on Facebook or Instagram, I'm sorry. He did an Avengers piece, like a movie. He does like movie posters, like what they would look like. And it has a bunch of skulls. At the top is Dr. Doom. And it has like Robert Downey. It has all the Avengers around it.
Nice.
It looks cool. So I have to find him and see y'all can check him out. I just want to say it was really cool. I have to show it to you later.
I mean, and I think there's been a lot of speculation that Dr. Doom is our next big bad who will be around for multiple phases similar to Thanos. Hopefully he's more active than Thanos was. Because Thanos, even though he was present in the first two Avengers movies and showed up in a Guardians of the Galaxy movie for a couple of scenes, we didn't really get any stuff with him until Infinity War and Endgame. And so I hope that whoever the next overarching big bad villain is, assuming whether it's Doctor Doom or someone else, I hope that we get them. And we see them orchestrating things for a lot longer, and we can see their specific, workings. Because obviously, we know that Thanos manipulated Loki into retrieving the Tesseract, which didn't end up working. And, then he was pulling strings on Ronan to get the Power Stone and things. But that was all it was very background.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we get some more kind of story devoted to.
I just hope that they get Doctor Doom right this time.
You mean not what they did in every other iteration of Fantastic
I like
Four?
the actor from the first one.
No, I
The
don't.
actor's fine.
I didn't like the actor. I didn't like the appearance of.
It
I want the classic Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
I
is-
agree.
That it's just a mask, and he was. I mean,
He's
I want to see his
horribly
backstory
discarded.
that he was scarred and burned.
Yep.
That's what I want
And he
too.
blames Richard for it. Reed Richards for it.
Well, and that was like in the mid 2000s ones, like his scar was like a scratch.
It's like you'll be fine.
And it was like, okay. And then in the
And then his
and
skin,
then in the
his
new
skin
one,
started falling off, and he was metal underneath.
yeah, and then in the newer one where it was like he gets fused to
The
his
planet-
face.
Yeah,
and
the planet
like,
fuses him together.
and that movie, by the way, just small rant. That movie makes no sense because
No.
there's literally like the scene where he first comes back into like our dimension and he like explodes someone's head.
With
That's
just
like
a
the first
spot.
thing he does. And then later on, he doesn't do that whenever he's fighting the Fantastic
Right,
Four. And
it's
it's like,
like-
if you have this power, you should be using it.
Yeah.
Especially if you hate Richard as much as you
Yeah,
are supposed
it's
to.
so
It's like
dumb.
blows brains out.
It's so dumb.
I don't know, but yeah, like to me they could do a lot with Doctor Doom. Because you have the
Yeah.
Doom bots, so they're always supposed to think they're Doctor Doom anyway. So it's like, oh, we defeated him, we destroyed it into robot.
Yep.
I mean, that could be like you said, because he controls them still.
I
So that'd be
hope we
cool. I
get
can live
I
with
hope we
that.
get Doombots and I hope we get life model decoys.
Yeah,
I
I want
hope-
Lifetime. I want those two. I want Boris. I do want Boris, which is supposed to be like Doom's only friend, like or that he sees as a friend. And then I want him to like die some way by the Avengers' hands.
Sure.
And, like by accident or whatever. Then that's why he hates everybody.
Sure.
Like I can live with that. But
Yeah.
anyway,
I'm looking
So-
forward to seeing what the MCU has in store for us.
it's two of us.
But we just have to wait.
But we have some DC news. More DC Universe news?
Yeah,
maybe?
comics.
Kind of?
Comics news.
Yeah, DC Comics is planning for a Watchmen sequel called Rorschach.
Mm-hmm.
But it's met with unease. They're not liking it, I guess.
Well, so, I mean, I guess Rorschach has always been a very controversial character.
Oh, yeah.
He's very, Watchmen, the comic, Watchmen, the show, it's very political.
Yeah.
I mean, so this discussion is going to get political because the content is political.
I mean, the whole thing was. I mean, look at Alan Moore.
Absolutely. Rorschach is a very right-wing conspiracy theorist type character. And of course, Watchmen is my favorite comic, bar none. I love it. And Rorschach is one of the most interesting characters in it to me. I really, I think they explain why he believes the things he does, why he is the way he is, why he acts the way he does. I think very well, and I don't want to spoil the ending for it, but this series, and they've already said this, will not follow that same character. No. So even though it's called Rorschach, it is not about that character. It is about, some people. It is set in the future that are, it seems like they kind of view him as a hero. Yeah. That they are, aspiring to be, and so it's, and similar. They did something similar with the TV show where, a lot of the villains or the underground plot in that TV show were people that had kind of glorified and identified with Rorschach. Yeah. And so it seems like this is going to be something very similar, but it's going to be similar to the original Watchmen. It's going to be like a mystery. Yeah. Where you're trying to figure out what's going on and who's behind what, and I don't know. I mean, they've visited the Watchmen in other iterations. They did the Before Watchmen comics, which were incredibly hit or miss. Most of them were miss.
That wasn't written by Alan Moore, right?
No, it was not. Alan Moore has never returned to it.
Oh, okay.
And then recently they did like Doomsday Clock, which was a crossover with other DC
actual
stuff.
DC. Dr. Manhattan is now the creator of DC.
Yeah,
like
I did not read that, but I've again heard mixed things. Some of it I heard people liked, others people didn't really like.
I need to pick it up, but I've stayed away from that one.
Yeah, and I've never really liked the idea of them being in the DC universe. No. I like that they're separate.
Exactly. I mean, I don't mind them being there a little bit, but not to say, oh, well, Dr. Manhattan created this universe. I'm like, no. I mean, why? Why does he have to be the god of the universe?
Oh, I'm really interested, and I don't think it's going to be, but I'm going to be really interested to see if this interacts at all with the TV show.
I'm curious. I mean, and I do like that you commented, it's like these people who like looked up to Rorschach, which is something Marvel did with Grant, what's his name? Grant Morrison. He wrote Punisher a long time ago. Mm-hmm. And at one point when he was writing it, I believe it was him still writing it, they did like this story arc where the people worshipped Punisher and all of them would put these masks on and it would be Punisher's skull. Yeah. And they thought they were being the vigilantes, but it ended up being one of those like Punisher's like, no. And he ended up fighting them plus, the bad guys plus the police. He was fighting everybody.
Right.
And because he always would say, I'm not a symbol to look up to. Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering if they're going to like somehow bring the original Rorschach back, if they're going to comment that like he didn't want this for everybody or...
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
35 years it says later.
I feel like if they do that, that's not... I feel like that character would be...
He'd be against it all, wouldn't he?
No, I think he'd be totally for it.
You think so?
Absolutely, 100%. Because I think he is, black and white, this is what you do. And so if those people were upholding the values he believed in, he'd be on board with them. Yeah, he wouldn't care what they did.
He wouldn't mind the acolytes.
No, not at all. I don't think so.
Interesting.
But it's not the way Alan Moore wrote him.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure that they could, again, small spoiler, he dies. Yeah. Like, there's no way you can bring him back.
Dr. Manhattan could, though. Couldn't he travel through time and grab him out of the time and put him there?
They've never shown that he has the power to take someone out of time.
Oh, that's true. They haven't. He can only travel.
It's not even that he travels through time. It's that he experiences time at the same time. So he's living in 1985 at the same time he's living in 2015 at the same time as he's living in 1955. Like his consciousness is just he doesn't experience time.
Okay.
So
He spread out all across the plane.
Right. So basically, he's living the moment, again, spoiler, where he's killing Rorschach. He lives that moment every day. He lives that moment at the same time he's living a conversation with Rorschach.
Yeah.
At the same time, that's how he experiences time. So,
Gotcha.
no, I don't think he could alter the timeline because he's not in the timeline. He exists within it. It's really weird. It's really hard to explain how he interacts with time, but he is not a time traveler, nor have they shown that he has any ability to impact past events. He can certainly, conversations that he has sometimes are broken up in different timelines, which is always really interesting, where he's like having a conversation in 1985 with someone, and he's also having that conversation in 1965 where he's saying the same thing to two different people. Like that type of thing can happen. But not where he's actually manipulating any of the events.
It'll be interesting.
He's a puppet as well. He's as his famous line is, he's just a puppet who can see the strings.
That's interesting. That's really interesting.
How he hasn't gone crazy yet, I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
That's why you have the Joker.
And that's one of the things where, for me, in the Watchmen TV series that was on HBO, that was one of the things that was really, I thought it was really hard. And I think that they did a good job, but there were elements of it that is really weird where, and obviously this is the case because this was a sequel done by a different creator 35 years later.
Yeah.
But with all of the events that occur in that TV show, how could he not reference any of those events in the comic if he's experiencing them simultaneously?
Yeah.
Like that's the thing where it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't fit.
Because and obviously he couldn't, because that story didn't exist in 1985 when Alan Moore was writing the comic. But at the same time, like, they needed to find a way to explain why he didn't reference any of those things in the comic, and I didn't think they did a great job with that.
I still haven't seen it. I need to go check
It's a good show.
out. I will definitely check that one out.
Yeah, I actually need to rewatch it because I think my original watch, because I love Watchmen so much, I was kind of looking for flaws. I was looking for things that it's like, oh, that doesn't make sense for that character or that character. And so I want to just kind of go back and just watch it.
I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to watch it myself.
Yeah.
I'm probably watch Watchmen and the movie and then watch it again just to watch all of it.
Maybe
just for
we'll
fun.
do a retrospective review for Watchmen. It's not even a year later.
I know, right? It's like, no. But it's still a retrospective review because it's already been out.
We love those
So-
retrospective reviews here.
I do. And you should go check them out at youtube.com/officialgygo.
Where we're
So-
covering the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Exactly.
Plug.
Right? So, guys, San Diego Comic-Con. We talked about this last week, I think it was. Week before. Whatever it was.
Comic-Con International.
So they're doing everything online.
Yep.
And
And
that
it's
starts
this week.
This week on, was it Tuesday or
I think it's-
Wednesday? 22nd.
it's-
Tuesday.
Yeah, it's like a preview night
Yeah, on Tuesday.
tonight because this is airing on Tuesday.
Don't
so
watch them first. Please watch us.
preview
please.
night tonight, and then the con will run Wednesday through Sunday, just like it always has.
Exactly.
Different panels, different events, different things like that.
Tickets are only $100.
No, it's free. Free for everybody.
Because it's all online. You can watch
It's all online.
everything online.
Yep. So, no waiting for 3 hours outside of Hall H. If you need to, go to the restroom, you can. You can get your own snacks.
No peeing in a bucket this time.
Do whatever you
Okay.
want.
Exactly.
And, you can still
Good
dress
skipping.
up as Spider-Man if you want.
Anyone, because they also have a cosplay contest online. I think they're doing for adults and for children.
Spider-Man underoos.
Perfect.
Heck yeah!
So
they have a bunch of panels.
Yeah,
bunch of
so
little different things
I
you can
know
watch.
that you had a chance. I unfortunately didn't have a chance to look at it real closely. I did when it first came out, but what are some of the panels that caught your eye that you're interested in?
I was looking at Sundays because I was like, what are they wrapping up with? So they had the first TMNT, and I didn't realize this 30-year anniversary.
Wow.
Yep, 1990.
So it's been 30 years. They're celebrating a 30th anniversary of the first TMNT movie. Presents a bit of history of the making of this iconic film with panel guest producer Kim Dawson, with their ex-office official. I don't know. It doesn't have the whole word. Producer Bobby Herbeck and moderated by Chris Castanda. We'll go with that. So again, I don't pronounce names.
No.
Chris
You do
would be
pronounce
better.
them. You just don't pronounce them well.
That is a good point. So that'll be on Sunday.
Can you say Vanilla Ice?
Vanilla Ice.
Go turtle.
Oh God.
Excellent.
song.
What was the other one that caught my attention? Oh, I'm a Doctor Who fan, so I will comment on that. They do have a Who's the Best Doctor Who?
1974.
David Tennant.
75. Dr.
Peter Capaldi. So
I've never watched an
you
episode.
need to watch it.
I just love David Tennant. I think he's an excellent
He's
actor.
such a good actor, though. I will give you that.
Matt Smith, he was a doctor, right?
Yes, Matt Smith was
So,
a doctor.
there you
Eccleston was a doctor.
Oh, that's right, Chris Eccleston.
Mhm.
Yeah, so there's two Marvel alums
Yes.
because
Destro was a
Eccleston is Malekith in Thor: The Dark World,
keep forgetting
and David
Tennant.
Tennant is
Purple Man.
Purple Man from Jessica Jones.
I'm
Matt
excited
Smith
for
was in Star Wars, wasn't he?
that. I don't know. You would know that one more than me. I know
Pretty sure.
Capaldi was in Star Wars. I think he was in something else too.
Yeah, I don't know.
But anyway, so that one has Sandro Monte from CNN.
Probably Monet.
Probably Julie O'Malley from the
Probably
Finder
Monet.
of the Impossible Things. Christy Showman from SD Whocon. Johnny Dyer from Time Travelers Ltd. Karen Glover from Time Travelers. So no one like really big.
So that panel again is deciding who the best Doctor Who is.
Yes, from Gallifrey to the something district.
So what's it
Whovians.
called again?
Who's the best Doctor Who?
I wonder if that's going to be like a
Um,
debate
yes.
style panel where like different people are going to like choose their doctor and like that sounds like it could be fun. Even though I've never watched the show, that sounds like it could be fun.
Yeah, it says Whovians have long debated the best Doctor Who. The optional opinionated panel settles that argument. SD Who Callan
like
brings
60
the
of them?
living
There's a lot.
discussions and ends in the result of public vote by who's the best podcast listener over which of the 13 or more should
Wow.
take
It's
the
like your
title.
theme song.
Yeah, the theme song is really cool. And there was a few other ones. This last one, it kind of hit home
Okay.
because I've met him once. I have a picture with him.
Yeah.
And I missed getting his autograph. But they're actually going to have a conversation with Nathan Fillion on Sunday. And I love Nathan Fillion. It says showrunner Alex Haley from The Rookie talks with Nathan Fillion, Firefly Castle, and The Rookie about his career in film and television with special
Yeah.
appearances by Joss Whedon, Alan Tudyk, Gina Torres, Mika Cox, Molly Quinn, Seamus Dever, and John Herrera.
Wow.
So that's another one I'm interested in because I
Yeah.
love Nathan Fillion. He's a huge geek.
Well, and
So-
I mean he was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes,
As the creature that Groot sticks his
fingers up his nose.
fingers up his nose in the prison. That's Nathan Fillion, technically.
So
There's been a lot of speculation over the years that he could be a Green Lantern, or
has
he's the
voiced
voice
it.
of.
and he has voice. But I mean, like even in live action,
Yeah.
they've talked about possibly casting him that, and they've talked about. I'm trying to remember the name of the character in Marvel, but it's like a character who is an actor in Marvel, but becomes like also a superhero.
Mr.
no.
Wonderful.
Is
Wonderful
that it?
or something, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
I thought it was
Mr.
that.
Wonderful, something like that.
Yeah.
And there was like,
Isn't he in a poster?
well,
where he
that's
plays it?
there was in a cut scene. I
Yeah.
think from a Guardians of the Galaxy movie, there was like a movie poster of that with him in it.
Yeah, he
but
posed
it did,
for it.
But it didn't make it in the cut, or it might have never even been shot. It might have just
I
been
know.
like
No, it was shot because he comments on it. I think.
okay,
Because I think
yeah,
he's
I
like
don't
I'm in
remember.
another film or
Because
something.
I think he was. He's an android. And
Yeah.
He's an actor. He's an android. He becomes an actor,
Right.
and then he becomes a superhero.
Yeah. So there was speculation that he could show up in the Marvel universe that way as well. Which of course I'd be all on board for. Nathan Fillion's
I want to see
fantastic.
Well, 'cause I think he's also
Firefly's
the-
great.
He's
Oh,
also
I
the
love Firefly.
Vision's half brother.
Is he? I didn't know that.
Vision's half brother. How do you have a half brother if you're an artificial intelligence?
Well,
I
you
know-
see,
I don't know,
Tony.
it's what the-
Talk to this one person.
When Tony loves another scientist very much.
and they want to make another robot. They do.
Oh, you made another killer. What
Another
is it? What does he call it? I'm trying to remember what Bruce. A murder bot.
murder bot.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes another murder bot. Oh, another one.
You lost another. No, or does he say super bot? Now I'm trying to remember.
I don't remember. We have to go watch it again now.
Yep.
I'm just looking at the panels right now too, because they have the whole list online. If you go to San Diego Comic-Con International's website, The Simpsons is on Saturday. It says they're gonna have Al Jean, Matt Selman, David Silverman, Carolyn Omni, Mike Anderson, and Yardley Smith. I think I pronounced that right. We'll go with that. I did just because I don't know. Oh, this is gonna be kind of cool. Keanu Reeves is gonna be there.
Well, he's not going to be there because there's no there to be.
He's going to be. Oh, that's a good point. He has me on that. They have I don't know how I feel about it. Constantine 15th anniversary reunion.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Keanu Reeves, Francis Lawrence, Kiva Goldsman, and Stephen Wintraub. So
yeah,
they're going to be there, and that's the funny thing because they've been talking about possibly doing a second Constantine movie.
Yeah. So I think it was directed by Francis Lawrence, and I think Kiva Goldsman was a producer.
You are correct.
And then who is it? Steve Weintraub?
Stephen Weintraub is going to be the moderator.
Oh,
is all it says.
Editor-in-chief. Steve Weintraub.
So them four.
I've read his stuff.
Oh, yeah. What was the one that played Michael, the Archangel?
That was Tilda Swinton. Tilda Swinton is fantastic, and
she's the fallen one too, right?
Yes.
Well, so
whatever.
Yeah, she plays the Archangel, and then Peter Stormare plays the Devil. You have Shia LaBeouf
as Charlie, or what's his name?
And I know
Aaron's
over here once again going, "That's not the Constantine from the comics." That's fine. The movie is fantastic.
I'll give you that.
The movie is so good. It is a hidden gem.
It really is for DC. It's a really big hidden gem.
And it's one of those movies where it's like, it's campy, but it's so fun. And Keanu Reeves, like, he just plays that disaffected, like.
Now he's good at that.
He's so good, and like that final moment where he's like being raised up to heaven and he's flipping off the devil.
Dude, I love
it's
that.
so good.
And that's a Constantine.
And then he
thing
gives
right
him
there.
his cancer back so that he will.
No, he takes the cancer out of him, so he wouldn't. He wouldn't have to worry about
he
it.
takes the cancer away, so that he won't die, so that he has more time to sin, so that he gets his soul. Like it's so brilliant.
You know what?
Love
and
it.
the sad thing is, what's his name that plays the devil? You said
Peter Stormare.
Out of all the devils that you mean, don't get me wrong, Al Pacino nailed it.
Devil's Advocate,
love it. But this guy's up there, and he's only in the movie for like 2 minutes.
Yeah,
but he's sold on the devil. I loved it.
And that shot of his feet, like
coming down.
That introduction of like his feet, and they got like all the black like tar on them and everything.
Dressed in white.
And it's like it's so good. That movie's so good.
It is.
And
I would give that. The
what's
movie
it?
is
Rachel
good.
Weisz, I think, is the actress. That's
the co-star.
Yeah. So it's a star-studded cast.
It is,
and it's fantastic. Like it's just such a good movie.
I will say that it is a good movie. It's just not Constantine for me.
Yeah,
but I will say it's a good movie because he sells it for me. But all of them, all the actors sell it.
You know
the
what's
actresses.
that he's not British.
Who cares?
He sells it, but he's not always drunk in the movie.
Yeah, he needs to be a drunk more. He does need to be a drunk a lot more in that movie. So go check that panel. I mean, who knows? Maybe you'll hear news about a Constantine 2.
Yeah,
maybe they'll drop something.
I'm very doubtful that they're going to make a Constantine 2.
You never know. I don't know the box office on that one, but who knows?
Not great.
Probably not. But definitely, guys, that's all the news we have today. And definitely check out, like I said, go to San Diego Comic-Con International. I'm not going to check out all the other panels because it is literally 5 days of stuff, and I only looked through 2 of them right there for y'all. Yep. So I recommend going to check them out and see.
Yeah, maybe what we'll do is every day this week we'll kind of post something on our Facebook about what some of those panels are that you can check out that day.
Yeah.
And tell us what you're interested in.
Definitely do that, guys. So on that note, that kind of wraps us up for today. I mean, we've kind of been here for a while, so I hope you all enjoyed everything and have had a lot of fun doing all this with us. And because I know I have. Yeah. I know Robert has. I know Frank behind the camera is happy to be back with us.
Frank, do you have a question for us? You've had all this time to think about it. Do you have a question for us?
Yes. Has anybody heard anything about the whole Transformers Swallow Cybertron coming out on Netflix?
I posted something about it a couple weeks ago, but that's I haven't heard like anything else on there.
Transformers.
I can't wait.
That meets the eye.
Transformers.
Robots in disguise. So no, I think it comes out soon. Yeah, I'm excited for that one. Honestly,
yeah.
It's supposed to be like
sure we'll
part
talk
of
about that next week because it'll be coming out.
I think one thing I heard about it. I think Rooster Teeth actually is the one who did the animation for that. I believe, which is interesting. They have an animation department now. I think they're the ones that did that.
Yeah, because I've seen the action figures at the stores, but They look really nice. They look
Dude,
really cool.
it looks beautiful. I'm excited for it, but I think this is supposed to be like the last part, like to end everything. Is what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Super cool.
We'll see. So definitely, guys, go check it out too. Go check our Facebook, facebook.com/officialgygo. Check out our MCU retrospect review that we've been talking about. Also on youtube.com/officialgygo.
We got there.
We got
Infinity War
there. It did.
has released.
Stay safe. Wear your masks. Don't get COVID.
Yeah, don't get COVID. Stay safe, everybody.
Do that.
Stay geeky as well, and everybody have fun. Have a great one.
Bye.